Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and to my April haul, where I show the books that I purchase each month and my craft supplies and just the little bits that I get. In April, I actually did really well for me. The last couple of months I've been spending quite a bit, and in April I really tried to rein it in. Now I did end up purchasing 7 books, but some of these, like, when you see them, you'll understand. So, let's get into it. So, the first thing was Colouring Heaven. Now, Colouring Heaven is very delayed getting into New Zealand. So, despite me getting this in April, this was released in November over in the UK. That's how long it takes for it to get to New Zealand. And you'll notice that there's only one this month because I chose not to purchase an issue, which is a pretty big thing for me. So I did get the Winter Gnome special. I've been waiting for this one. It's super cute and I'm looking forward to colouring all the, especially these Mariola Boutique ones for Christmas time. But the other issue that was released this month, because there's usually a special and a collection, the other issue was the Celtic mandalas. I am not a big mandala colorer. I have, I think, 2 books involving mandalas and I just never work in them. So when it came in, the store held a copy for me and I flicked through it and I made the decision not to buy it because as much as I love Colouring Heaven, I am not into mandalas. I am not planning on getting their Mindful Mandalas series and it's just not my cup of tea. So I just said no to that one. But we did get the Winter Gnome special and I am very much looking forward to working in this. It'll probably go on my shelf for Christmas colouring. The gnomes are so cute. I may do this again at some point. Do it early at some point. So the next one I got, let's get rid of this one because this one's huge, is the Game of Thrones colouring book. Now, this was not on the schedule for this month. This was not something I had been looking at for a while. The reason why I got this one was that it was $3 for a brand new colouring book. I was just absolutely mind blown. And it included free shipping. Like, yeah, I just happened to be browsing Trade Me, which is sort of like a New Zealand eBay, I guess is a way to explain it. Happened to be browsing it, saw that this book was on clearance at a store on there and was like, wow, for $3 I will get it. I did not realize it was quite this big. It is a lot bigger than your regular, like if we pull out a Kirby, it's quite a bit bigger. Did not realize that. But I have another book this size, the Anne Stokes. The Anne Stokes colouring book. If I can reach it. There it is. So the Anne Stokes one is even slightly bigger than the Anne Stokes one. But to give you an idea, they are quite a bit bigger. And yeah, so bit of an impromptu buy, but again, $3. $3 brand new. I had a pre-order colouring book come in this month, which I have been waiting for, which is the Vox Machina colouring book. I also have the Mighty Nine colouring book pre-ordered for Critical Role, so as soon as that one comes in, I will also be very excited. There is a full flip through of this book on the channel, and I will hopefully be colouring in this month because I'm excited. The other book that is a flip through on the channel, because I was requested to flip through it, is The Witcher. Now this one has been on the wish list for a while. I have been looking for the Witcher colouring book. It was one of those books that I wasn't able to source in New Zealand for so long. And when I looked at purchasing it from overseas, it was going to be $50+. And then a friend of mine happened to be in a comic book store in their local town, and she messaged me and she's like, look what I found, and sent me a picture. And I was like, oh my God, how much I may need. And it was available for $26 plus shipping. So it's, it's still, that's about normal for a colouring book here. It's not like too bad. But it was the fact that it was available locally that made me jump and get it. So I am also really like this one. There's a full flip through on my channel. There's one particular image that I feel like I need to colour in here pretty soon. The next two books are from the same series, and funnily enough, they're also both Dark Horse colouring books, which produced the Vox Machina and the Witcher colouring book. And that is the Firefly colouring book. So I have the Serenity colouring book, and then Serenity Everything Shiny colouring book. Yeah. I was, again, pretty stoked to find these. So this was also from the secondhand, from the Trade Me, which is, again, like our eBay. This was a private little seller who was selling them. There was not any information about the condition of the book, but it was $10 for both these books. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's risk it. And they turned up, and they are absolutely brand spanking new. They still have the original price that they paid on it. Like, they're in absolute pristine condition. I've started working on a page in this one, so and I'm really excited because I've been doing a watch party on a Discord I participate in where we've been watching the Firefly series. So I was working on a page while watching Firefly, which is really cool, and we're also going to be watching the Serenity movie. So yeah, this is a really cool little one, and again, really happy to have found this for such a good price. If this was full price, would not have purchased this month, or maybe only purchased one. But because of that deal, I purchased both. And then the other thing that I brought, which technically does not add to my book collection, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I should, is I brought a PDF book. Now, I generally don't purchase PDF books. Every once in a while, I will do an individual PDF, but I did buy an entire book. I also have the cover image to print off, but when I went to the printers to get this printed, the cover image wouldn't print sometime. But this is, and I'm probably gonna butcher this name, even though I've been told this a couple of times, The Mystical Lands of Kalendra. It's by Karen Myers. And this month I have a YouTube special event where a bunch of YouTube artists are colouring in her colouring books. So I needed to purchase something for it. And Karen does have an individual mermaid page up, which I nearly just brought the mermaid page. But I was flicking through her books, and I really loved this particular issue of her books. You can get them printed as well. But the PDF really wasn't a lot. I think on sale I paid $11 for the PDF, and then with the paper and the printing it was another $8. So it's $20 all up for the colouring book, but it's on really good quality thick cardstock that I am excited to work in. And I love the fact that it comes with a map that has all of it, like all the pages sort of showing where they are based in the world, so you can kind of see this land. I don't know which page I am going to be colouring in, but yeah, so that was done for the YouTube special event, and I normally wouldn't, even if I purchased a whole book, I don't think I would normally print it out, because if I don't colour in every page, well, that's kind of a waste of printing in paper. Again, if I purchase a PDF, which is rare, I would usually only print what I'm going to colour, but I did print the whole book this month for their YouTube live stream. So I have the whole thing, and I will get the cover image printed as well. So yeah, that was my entire April haul. For me, that was a pretty reasonable haul in terms of not going too crazy, still purchasing a couple of bits, but keeping it quite reasonable. One pre-order, a couple of bargains that were found, a long-term search, a regular Colouring Heaven, and again, I also didn't buy one of the Colouring Heaven issues. That's big for me. And then the PDF specifically for a YouTube event. So for me, this is actually pretty small of a haul. This month, being May, hopefully we'll keep it quite reasonable, but I have a sneaking suspicion we won't. I do have a couple of things I have to grab for graduation, and then I'm probably going to be like, give me all the books. We'll see. I'm also doing a bit of traveling, so it'll depend. But I am excited. So please let me know which books you'd be interested in seeing some more of. Like I said, 2 of them have a flip through on the channel. If you want to see flip throughs of any of these or see specifically pages worked in any of them, please let me know. Do you have any of these books? I'm always curious to know what people are looking at in terms of what they own, but also what are you thinking of purchasing this month? What books do I need to add to my collection? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!